Today we welcome Acting Director Clancy to a hearing to conduct oversight of the United States Secret Service. We very much appreciate you being here today, particularly given that you have only been on the job for a little over a month. You had an exemplary record of service as the head of the Presidential Protective Division, and we're grateful that you agreed to take the reins of the Secret Service at this critical juncture. The Secret Service, created by President Lincoln in 1865, has a long and distinguished history. The agency has two primary missions: criminal investigations and protection of the President, Vice President, and other dignitaries. While protection is clearly the most visible of its two missions, I would be remiss not to mention that the Secret Service has recently had a number of significant investigative accomplishments, including approximately 6,700 arrests for financial and cyber crimes in fiscal year 2014 alone, which prevented more than $3 billion in losses. It is important to note that the service has also had many successes implementing its protective mission. In fiscal year 2014, the service provided protection for 6,000 travel stops, including more than 2,500 visits by foreign dignitaries and 2 national special security events. Secret Service is entrusted with protecting some of our most valuable assets, including the President, the First Family, and the White House. This is an extremely difficult, high-profile mission for which there is no margin for error. Recent incidents give me great concern that the policies, procedures, and training at the Secret Service are not entirely up to the task. Just after 7:15 p.m. on September 19, 2014, Omar Gonzalez was able to scale the White House fence, evade numerous Secret Service officers outside the White House, and force his way through the unlocked front door armed with a knife. Although it was initially reported to the public and Congress that Gonzalez was apprehended just inside the north portico doors, we have since learned that he actually made it all the way to the East Room of the White House before being tackled by Secret Service officers. The Department of Homeland Security's review of this event uncovered a laundry list of errors that evening, including communication systems that didn't work and that officers were not trained to use properly, a construction project along the White House fence that obscured officers' sight lines, unlocked front doors to the White House late on a Friday evening, and a canine officer who was on a personal cell call without his radio earpiece in his ear or his tactical radio at the time Gonzalez scaled the fence. This delayed the officer's response, meaning that the canine was not able to identify Gonzalez as the target. The report also discusses a number of training and staff issues, as well as potential missed opportunities to stop Gonzalez in the months leading up to September 19th. Today's hearing will take place in 2 parts, a public portion and a closed portion, in which we will drill further down into the deficiencies that have been revealed in the Secret Service's policies and procedures, as well as any deficiencies with the physical security at the White House. In particular, I am interested in discussing how the service intends to improve security at the White House when, as was true on September 19th, the President or other protectees are not present. A month after Omar Gonzalez was able to enter the White House, another fence jumper was quickly apprehended by Secret Service officers, including the canine unit. It is my hope that this incident shows that the service has already implemented important reforms. However, the Gonzalez fence jumper is just one of many events in the past few years that call into question whether the U.S. Secret Service is doing all it can to fulfill its mission and prevent mistakes. Others include the Colombian prostitution scandal, the recent ability of a security guard with a criminal history to take a service weapon into an elevator with the President, and the incident in the Netherlands dealing with intoxicated Secret Service agents. Given the vital role the Secret Service plays in the security of the President and the White House, it is critical that Congress investigate the service's response to recent incidents and work with the service to make sure it fulfills its critical mission. This hearing is intended to do just that.